a very serious question. How can a woman find balance in marriage, in her personal life, in raising children, in her spiritual life, still be a loving friend, still be a daughter to her siblings and families? Demanding, overwhelming, time exhausting, a life of sacrifice. Welcome back, I am Solomon. If you're yet to subscribe, do press the subscribe button. Today, we're going to be starting a series about the journey of womanhood, or should I say the joys of motherhood. However, this is not excluding those that are yet to have their own children. We are all mothers. We all have this inborn capacity to bring to birth, no matter the delay, no matter the waiting. So that's why I'm going to prefer to name it the series, the journey of being a woman of virtue, a woman of responsibility. Just to clear the board before we go deeper, this has nothing to do with submission and the likes. We're not going to tackle that. We have enough preachings on that. But the series is going to be divided into 5 segments, and we're going to be pouring out our burdens as women, how to truly live a fulfilled life, how to find expression in this over-demanding responsibilities around us, how to find a balance in being a mother, a wife, a partner, a daughter to our own parents if they are still existing, a loving friend, not just bearing our own existence, all because we're married. Also, how to find fulfillment, finding fulfillment for our own dreams, finding expressions for our own desires and wants, not just sacrificing all the time at the detriment of our existence. Aside marital violence, many women are dying within. Many women sleep not to wake up again. Many women are falling into coma, into stroke, into shock, experiencing difficult situations. All because they've sacrificed their life for decades, for their husband, for their children, neglecting their own needs, neglecting that they existed first before getting married, before being a mother, before being a pastor's wife, before being a church member, an active member in the house of God, before being a worker, before being a CEO. You existed first. And it is that you that is high that we want to talk about, excluding all other things. We want to talk about us, you and I, as an entity. There is so much societal expectations on women. You have to do this. You have to raise up the kids in the right way. You have to be a submissive wife. You have to be dedicated. You have to manage your finance well. But are all these really easy? Shout out to every woman there. You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. You're adorable. You're loving. You are you. With your imperfections, you are the most perfect. I can't be like you. You can't be like me. You have your weaknesses. We have our weaknesses. But change is a process. To become perfect, it's a process. It's not a drastic turning around. People might condemn you. You're always narrows. You are this, you're that, you're not beautiful, you're fat. Excuse me. Even if you decide to work on yourself, it's a process. So enjoy the process. I want you to sit back, enjoy yourself with a cup of tea with me, and let's discuss. So, how do we find balance? This is about every woman sincerely sitting down to analyze. In how many places am I divided? I can't answer that question for you. Many of us are full housewives, many of us are working class, many of us have side hustles, many of us have already grown up children, many of us are also committed to the ministerial work, supporting a husband, many are breadwinners. So depending on where you are, take a pen, sit down. You need to ask yourself this question: in how many places are my obligations? How can I find balance? Well, I think before we go further, I need to re-emphasize the need for us to find balance. If you think you want to live your life alone for your husband, for your children, do not forget that they are going to get married one day, your children. They will leave you. Can you still live a worthy life then? It's not just about going to a working place at your retirement age. We used to be useful to yourself. Many of our parents retire and fall into sickness, paralyzed, useless for themselves and their society. Excuse me to use that word. But it's because they've spent the most active years of their life chasing after things at the detriment, neglecting their own personal existence. And now, when all the things they are chasing are gone, the question is, what do they do with their lives? And that is where the big question comes in. Do you want to spend your whole age in sickness? Do you want to labor so much that even when your children are now ripe enough to take good care of you, according to some culture, are now excelling, will you still be available to reap your rewards? The business you're going to spend many years of your life trying to build, now when the rewards are coming in, will you still be in good health? Will you still be hale and healthy? Will you still be alive to enjoy your rewards? That's the question. So ask yourself, in how many places are my obligations? Now, you have to set priorities. You've been hearing that, but excuse me, one more thing. There is a priority out of all these priorities, and it is you. One thing we don't know, or people in general, is the more time you spend alone, the faster you find balance in every aspect of your life. The more time you spend in the on the scene preparation, when I'm behind the scene preparation, the more excellent your life is. There's the similitude, things are going well, flowing well. Why? Because you've spent enough time to think, to reflect, to ponder, to rest, to resonate. So when you kick off to action, you are energized to do things. You think that might be so simple, but I'm going to tell us this is where most of us default. We wake up, we sleep, we wake up running, doing things. I have this to do, I need to take the kids, I need to do this, I need to cook, I need to do shopping. And we keep running from pillar to post every day, every hour. And you go back home, exhausted, and we keep running this vicious circle for years. Whereas, just an hour ahead of time, not even for your devotion, but this an hour just to rest, to think, how do I go about today? This is the number one secret of finding balance as a woman. When you plan yourself, and that 1 hour is as precious. You might make yours 2 hours, 30 minutes, but that time that was spent behind the scene to even rest without moving, to just reflect, is an essential key for every woman. That hour of mental calmness, psychological, physical stress are being suppressed. And when you kick off, you're active, you're useful, you're faster, you are more organized. But this can only be done when you have your priorities arranged and you placing a demand on yourself as the number one priority of all priorities. I so much appreciate many of our old mothers that live a life of sacrifice. This will be addressed in another episode. And you might be saying, oh, Solomonayo, are you not trying to say I should not give my all in all? Of course. But you can only give what you have. You cannot give what you don't have. I'm just going to be giving us a tip of the iceberg of this now. Stay tuned, just click the next video, which is the continuation of this series. How do I mean? When we see most of our children so disorganized, dirty, unorganized, it's a reflection of our whole life. Yeah. Because you are not even organized in your ways. We try to do many things at once. We say we are living a life of sacrifice. You can only give out of the well of your energy. That is when you can transfer energy and positivity to your children, to your husband, to your finances, to your work, to your establishment in every area. Are you a pastor's wife? Are you maybe active in the things of God? When you don't even have quality time to study, to meditate, not meditating and studying because of the message you want to deliver in the church or in public, or the speech you have to deliver to the public, no. But studying for your own nourishment. You will see that when you face the public to say something, you're sharing out of your well of abundance, not out of your scarcity or scantiness. This is applicable to many of us. Many of us are so furious and, so, in terms of character, we lack patience. The way we deal with people, the way we deal with our colleagues, with our staff, all these are question mark. It is because they had a reflection of your inner situation. And I'll be leaving us with this key: to find a balance in everything you do. Spend time first for yourself. Make yourself the number one priority of your priority. Learn to rest, think, arrange, organize your responsibility. And the last key I'm going to be sharing is prayers. In as much as I don't want to be too sentimental or religious, the fact that I am a Christian and the way being a Christian has helped me tremendously in achieving few things the Lord has given me the grace to achieve, all these cannot be trivialized. I pray in everything I want to do. Most times we often quote the Bible, but we never put it into application. The Bible says, commit thy ways into the hands of God, and he shall direct thy path. Few of my colleagues, it's been a question people keep asking me over time. Ayo, how do you manage? How do you do this? How do you do that? Yet I feel so relaxed and unstressed, because I spend more time planning than executing, and I spend the remaining time not just praying, shaking your head and moving up and down. No, just before I do anything, I say, Lord, can you just please order my steps? I wish to finish this in 30 minutes. I know it's going to take me 2 hours. I just want to finish it. Sometimes I just realize like an invisible hand is seeing me. I get insight, shortcuts on how to get things done extremely fast. And I think you need to read a book that really helped me. Here in this book, I shared more out of it. And here's the book. It's a book that I truly take time to analyze all this. The Mystery of Being a Virtuous Woman, Leaning on the Cross. I just want you to get it. I'm going to be leaving a hint and the details of how to get it on Amazon. Just write it at the description box. It's going to help you. We've always talked about virtuous woman, finding balance and all this, but should we start talking about it, we are going to spend hours narrating everything. But this book will be extremely useful for you. Just like you see, leaning on the cross. How God has helped me get things done, faster just by saying a short word of prayer, and how to find balance as a whole. Just get this book. However, stay tuned. Never hesitate to press the subscribe button and check the next video as we continue in this beautiful series, The Journey of Womanhood. See you next time. Bye.